I almost made one of my classmates go partially blind at my high school graduation. Pretty fucked up, huh? Hey nobodies, it's me here once again, here with my co-host Mr. Nobody. And today I'm going to tell the story about the time I accidentally got revenge on my high school bully. Well, to be honest, it probably isn't accurate to really call him a bully. He was just a huge asshole to me and several other people. But I don't know, I guess maybe you could technically refer to him as one. I don't know. This is my senior year in high school. I went to this really small Christian school. And this school was so small, my entire graduating class was 9. And that was the biggest graduating class they ever had. So that's how small this school was. And one of the students at this school in my senior class was one of the greatest bowlers in the world. And that's no joke. He was literally one of the greatest bowlers in the world. Like, he had been on ESPN, he'd been on Fox Sports Net, he'd been in Sports Illustrated. And this was all before he graduated from high school, by the way. I mean, that's how good he was at bowling. And yeah, he was kind of a local celebrity too. Like, people in my town knew who he was. So he's like kind of a big deal. Anyway, my first day at this school, I was the new kid. Everybody else had been going to that school for years, but for me, I was just like the new guy. And my teacher made it a point to say to everyone, David is our new student, and I want everyone to go up and meet him and introduce yourselves. And I'm like, oh crap. Because all of my classmates kept going up to me all day and like introducing themselves and trying to start conversation. And my social skills were even shittier back then than they are now. So I'm pretty sure I weirded out all of my classmates with my hideous social skills. But the last classmate to introduce himself to me was the bowler, the great bowler. I'll just say that his name's Steve. And Steve, he walks up to my desk and he goes, hey, nice to meet you. I'm Steve. And me, being an awkward doofus, said, I'm David. And you're Steve. And he goes, yeah, I am. And he started walking away, and I heard him mutter, and you're a dipshit. And this other guy with him started laughing, and he started laughing, and I'm like, oh, we're already off to a rather promising start. So yeah, this guy, he was just not nice to me at all. He always made fun of me every time I did something awkward, which was pretty much every day, multiple times a day. Made fun of me for being fat. I remember one time we were standing outside and there were these two really pretty girls, and it was me and him with these two girls, and it was kind of cold outside, and he goes, hey Dave, maybe you could come over here and keep us warm with all your fat. And the two girls started laughing, and I felt really stupid. So it was just shit like that. I mean, he was just really smarmy and condescending. You could tell that he thought he was really hot shit. I don't think anybody at that school really liked him, to be honest with you, just because, he thought he was just so full of himself, and like he just felt like he was above everybody. Just not a nice guy. Every time at PE, every time I would screw something up at PE, which again was pretty much every day, he would always just look at me like I was the lowest form of scum on the planet. But the worst thing he did to me wasn't actually something he did to me, something he did to my mom. Because it was getting close to the last day of school, and me and my mom were in this narrow hallway talking. And in comes Steve walking down this hallway. And he gets to me and my mom. Instead of saying, excuse me, or hey, pardon me, can I get through? He pushed my mother out of the way so that he could walk through. Like, he literally pushed my mother. And my mother lost balance and like fell up against the wall. The dude literally pushed my mother. And me being a huge wuss, I did absolutely nothing about it, because it was during this big school field trip we were about to have, and his douchebag rich mommy and daddy were there, so I just kind of kept quiet. But yeah, like I said, colossal douche, not a nice guy. So anyway, it gets to be our graduation. We have the big ceremony and stuff with all 9 of us. All 9 of us, we get up on the stage, and my principal goes, and now, ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the class of 2007. And then, after she did that, we did the thing where we took our graduation caps off and tossed them in the air. But when I tossed my graduation cap up in the air, it kind of like rotated and one of the corners pointed down and the cap landed right on Steve's face, like right below his eye. Like if it had just been like an inch off, it would have landed on his eye. But it like landed right here. And I can remember just seeing him go, oh, and it was beautiful. I replay that in my head over and over again. Now, unfortunately, it wasn't recorded on tape. My parents, they just took photos, unfortunately. I wish so bad that could have been recorded because I would love to watch that over and over again. Just the corner smacking him in the face and him going, oh, just a beautiful sight. I mean, I believe that cap hitting him in the face like that was a special graduation present from the Lord. I do. I haven't heard from this guy since that graduation, but about a year ago, I looked him up out of curiosity, and I found out that his wife passed away. That's pretty messed up. I mean, look, I've had issues with the guy. He was a douche to me in high school, but, you know, I definitely would not wish, you know, death upon his spouse or anything like that. I mean, you know, it's been almost 2 decades since then. You know, I'm sure he's a changed person. I'm sure he probably looks back on his teenage years and cringes just like I do and pretty much anyone else my age does. So, I mean, I hold no ill will towards the guy. You know, my heart goes out to him and, you know, I hope he's doing okay. I hope he's found happiness in life and he's doing well. And it seems like he's doing pretty well. He's a professional bowler and, you know, it seems like he's done pretty well for himself. He probably makes way more money than I'll ever see in my life. And the best part is I'm not afraid of bullies anymore. I'm not afraid of bullies anymore because I got backup. And if anyone tries to bully me, Dusty's going to kick their ass. You going to kick my bully's ass? You going to kick my bully's ass? Yeah. Yeah, you better believe it. You don't mess with this bird. This bird means business. Yeah. You mess with me, you mess with him. Damn right. Oh yeah, them are fighting words. Those are fighting words. Ow. Yeah. That's all I gotta say in this video. We'll see all you nobodies later, right, Dusty? We'll see all you nobodies later.